how did we survive this? Like, what in God's name? I am befuddled. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TDP, where I've got two cool things to show you today. We're going to check out the brand new dungeon, Plaguefall. Take a look at this. You see our bony boy sitting out here in the open. We're going to have some weird fish-like creatures floating around in here as well. Very, very interesting place. You can see another big giant colossus over there and another one over there. I think that might be the second raid, I'll be honest with you. We're not going to go over there in this dungeon. The House of Eyes. Nope. Well, we've got... Let's dot this up. And also, on top of those being in a brand new dungeon, we also have a brand new Affliction Warlock. Yes, they did some dramatic changes. Ow. They did some dramatic changes to the Affliction Warlock over the last week or so. And I am currently in the process of relearning it. Alright, so we're definitely going to have some mistakes. Agonies are going to fall off, all this kind of stuff. I've actually been playing around heavily with the new Nightfall Shadowbolt build. It's pretty garbo for dungeons, I'll be honest with you. But overall, it's not terrible. They're trying to get Shadowbolt to have its place. But one thing that has returned is Shadow Embrace. You can see Shadow Embrace here. So I mained a Warlock. Some of you will remember way back in Cataclysm. I was a main Warlock. I know, it seems like an eternity ago, but I was. And that's when Shadow Embrace was the skill cap. That was the thing. Shadow Embrace was... if you could manage Shadow Embrace, certainly on multi-target, then you were up there with the big boys. And considering I had to play next to Sparkugs at the time, who was world-renowned as one of the best Warlocks ever, it was a challenge that I wanted to meet. And so I had to learn right quick how to be a good Warlock. So I definitely haven't maintained that since. So let's eliminate that prospect for now. So Shadow Embrace is a debuff that is applied to the targets when you Shadow Bolt them, or in this case, Drain Soul them. Whoa, is that going to roll at me? Yep. I like this guy. Orgorger is back in a big way. The Orgorger is back. Now, one of the cool things on top of Shadow Embrace. So Shadow Embrace is applied by either Shadow Bolting the target, or in this case, Drain Souling. Now, Drain Soul is just fundamentally better, and that's the problem I'm seeing. I'm trying to get Shadow Bolt to work. I want it to, Blizz. I like the Shadow Bolt Warlock. That's what I grew up with. That is my history as a player. So I would really like that to be the case, but yeah, it's not quite there yet. It's not quite there. And the problem is, 3 Shadow Bolts is quite a lot, honestly. Where's he rolling? He's rolling away from me. 3 Shadow Bolts is a lot to fire at a target. It takes a while. Whereas Drain Soul is 3 ticks of Drain Soul. It's neither here nor there. So it's not quite there yet. It's not quite there yet. Oh, I'm sniping the wrong target because I'm a bad Warlock, and you can all appreciate it. So, a couple of other changes. This isn't a quick look, by the way, and we are going to talk about this dungeon, but I thought I'd give you an idea of the kind of things I'm testing right now. We do like to put a good few hours into testing across both me and Finn. Finn has been playing this for 2 days now, loves it. Has been a main Warlock for years, like since he started the game. So only switched to Shadow Priest during Battle for Azeroth, actually. The other thing they've added is UA has changed. So if you weren't up to speed with Shadowlands changes, UA was this attempt to make a dot that made a primary target take more damage. It was a little odd, if I'm being honest with you. They tried to make it so that if you would dot everything else, but you can only have one UA out at a time, and that UA target would take more damage from your dots. Didn't quite work out in practice. It was a little bit annoying. So what they've done now is you can cast it on as many targets you want. It's just an extra dot. It now lasts like 20 odd seconds. 16. Now that's like 16 seconds, which is great. And in those 16 seconds, if the target dies with Unstable Affliction on it, the cool thing is it actually gives you another shard back. That's right. You're hearing it right. If you combine Unstable Affliction with Drain Soul, you get 2 shards back. So watch this. Right, I'm going to drain this. It's got UA in it. Look, 2 shards. Which means that the skill cap, honestly, for really good Warlocks, which I'm probably going to do you a disservice today, and I'm really sorry for that. But the skill cap for really good Warlocks is pretty fucking huge right now. Some of you might find that a little bit off-putting, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. It's a cool thing. There's just too many targets. So now we're in seed spam territory. Seed spam still exists, but it needs quite a lot of targets to be justifiable, I think. But the cool thing is, if I talk about seed spam, is as soon as corruption is applied by a seed popping, your corruptions that it puts out will actually, get ready for it, do immediate damage. Yeah, that pop is back. It's not quite as good as what we had in Legion, but that pop is back. So we definitely want to keep our agonies ticking on these. Give us some shards back. Let's Vile Taint this guy. See, I could have done much better there. If I'd been sniping properly and getting my shards back, we could have put out a lot of Malefic Raptures. I suppose, in a way, I should probably explain Malefic Rapture for those of you who haven't. Why are we pulling even more? I'm a little confused as to the plan here. This feels bad. So Malefic Rapture, as you can see, is the ability I'm firing off there. It is our new filler, okay? So it is the new Warlock filler. And it's what it does is any target that has your dots on it, it makes those dots pop. Yeah, it makes them pop and do damage. So all those targets that have my dots around it, watch. Pop. You see they pop. And that's infinite range, by the way. As long as those targets have a dot, it will do damage to them. So we've tested it from all over the place. So that is your new filler. And then you're supposed to use other spells in between. Okay, we did. How did we survive this? Like, what in God's name? I am befuddled. Let's see if we get some shards back by just UAing targets. You see this? This is cool, man. I just UA and drain all my shards back. If I was more experienced, we could have been manipulating this pretty hardcore throughout that pack. But obviously, I also was not prepared to pull, like, not only everything in this room, but also the trash back there as well. So I've got to give myself a little bit of slack there for not working. So there's a lot of interactions going on with the Warlock right now. A lot of interactions that a really good player is going to be able to do some wacky, wonderful things with this. Really cool. So those are the basic changes. Let's do this boss. This boss can be a little tough, actually, depending on where our tank decides to be. So let's use our Dark Soul and our Dark Glare. Let's stack our Shadow Embrace up. No, I didn't Vile Taint because I'm an idiot. There's a Stomp. Let's get out of this thing. Let's throw in our Malefic Raptures. Right, Slime Wave is something we really want to be aware of. Oh, I lost my Shadow Embrace stacks. You see, those are the things that honestly, I'm giving myself crap. Right, so they're coming from over here. So let's refresh our dots on there. Refresh our Shadow Embrace. And watch this. Look, Malefic Rapture is also hitting the boss. How cool is that? Now, what we want to do is actually get the hell out of here. I'm going to put down a gateway. Alright, Slime Wave's not at us, but that Slime Wave, if it hits us, is going to be really bad. Now we're going to save some shards, and in fact, no, we'll Vile Taint now. Slime Wave's not at us, good. Let's keep draining away. Stomp. Cool. Get back in. Right, we're going to have to do one more Slime Wave. And luckily Vile Taint came back, so let's refresh our dots. Oh, the Chains of Ice spam. What a bro. No, the boss is dead. Boss is dead. I can Malefic Rapture from here. Doesn't matter about my range. There you go. That's how cool it is. I can Rapture from there, and because it had dots on him, it will kill him. Pretty good. Pretty good. Lots of opportunity to utilize this thing. As I said, not all perfect. I don't think they've quite nailed it with Shadow Bolt. On Cleave fights, it should be fine, I think, because that's how we used to play it. So on Cleave, it's probably just fine. They've changed the way Nightfall works as well. So when you have multiple corruptions out, you actually do get that fully boosted chance of getting Nightfall procs for the instant Shadow Bolts. Cool. One thing they've changed, which I'm not really sure about, is they've put this talent in, this Dark Caller. So Inevitable Demise is back as a talent. Right now it does like no damage, so it's the Azerite trait. It does like nothing. But it does. We can confirm, we tested it today, and this might be a case of they just haven't tuned things yet, because like, as I said, it actually on its own doesn't do any damage. But can confirm that it's working with the Night Fae ability. And the Night Fae ability, if you're not sure, also works with Drain Life, which obviously this does as well. That's a little spooks, honestly. It's a little spooks, because it feels like it's definitely going to be overpowered. Like, there seems to be no other way around it. Let's see if we can get 2 shards of this. From Snipey. Close. Close. I got the UA one. So that's like a little ropey with the Inevitable Demise. I feel like it's either going to be garbage or it's going to be OP. Oh, Mr. Fire Mage. Why would you do that? Okay. Soulstone. Has the DK got him? I got him. Whew. Refresh those agonies. Get those UAs out. Nothing really to snipe here. I haven't got a shard for a Vile Taint either. We can throw one down there. Let's get some shards back. Look at that. Straight back to 4 shards. Like, god damn, I cannot wait to either myself get good with this thing or just to watch a good player with it. This is one of the specs that I could watch somebody play and be like, bruh. I could watch Fabo or any of our Warlocks play it. Deep Shades from Method, his Fabo. I could watch him play this and be like, dude. Like the crap that they'll be able to pull off. Hopefully Blizzard doesn't see that as a negative. Now, one thing that some people will like and some people won't like is that Blizzard has... They have returned the skill cap to a lot of classes. And by that I mean they've upped it, like, considerably on several specs. Oh my god, this is... That 5-stack dot, though. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get out of here. Whew. I don't envy you, healer. I don't envy you at all. Some very nasty... some very nasty debuffs in here. Some very, very nasty debuffs coming into this. So that's kind of the Warlock in a nutshell. There's more to it, but we'll cover that in a quick look. But hopefully you've now got an idea of the things that are happening. Oh, one thing I did want to mention is they've put this talent in, this Dark Caller, right? Which reduces the cooldown of Dark Glare by 60 seconds. That means it now perfectly lines up every single time with Dark Soul Misery. I feel like they just killed, like, all 4 of these talents. I feel like they're dead now. Like, you can have Dark Glare every single time you have Dark Soul. That's why I'm not using Haunts. I imagine some of you were sat there going, oh, bro, why aren't you using Haunt? Haunt's like a staple of the spec. That's why. Because every time we want to use Dark Glare, we get a 2-minute cooldown of Dark Glare and Dark Soul. Like, I should be using it way more, and just my fingers aren't in the habit of using it that often on trash. But, like, right here, we should probably be using it. I was going to pull there. He's doing it. Fair enough. I would Dark Glare here. Why not? Let's keep these agonies flowing. Snipe some shards off this guy, and then go into some Malefic Rapture spam. Snipe some shards, Malefic Rapture spam. And you do big, big damage there. Like, it's hard to tell. We don't have a damage meter, but the damage is fucking huge. It really is. Especially with Writhing Agony, giving us, giving you 4 stacks of Agony straight away. Pretty huge. Pretty huge. And Dark Glare just wrecking big mobs like that. Absolutely huge. Really is a kind of... It's a great time to be an Affliction Warlock. I hope Demonology gets the look. We kind of suspect... I know many of you are looking for, like, Shadow Priest. Fire Mage Revisit. visit number 3. I'm not sure you should have pulled both of these. Again, I'm doing it again. I'm Malefic Rapturing before getting the Shadow Embrace stacks up, but it actually kills me every time I realize I've done it. That thing's just spitting noise over there. I'm going to Hellstone. Healer's dead. Healer's anked. Nothing to drain life on. Panic, panic, panic. Eat food. Quality play by a Fire Mage, Solarian. Likey. Very cool. Now we'll do the same. I will do the same. Always the crazy, like, German accent. Like, it might be Austrian or something, but it's always the crazy German accent. Like, always. Always. With the crazy doctors, it's a crazy German accent. Every single time.
Are we the baddies?
It always is. I feel bad for German doctors. They're so linked now to being like lunatics. Like absolute lunatics in every game, movie. Doesn't matter what it is. Check this out though. Let's talk a little bit about this dungeon, Plaguefall. Now, it's the only issue I have, and this is actually, I did Maldraxxus today for the first time, which is the final leveling zone. There's still one zone to go in the Shadowlands Alpha to be released, which is the Maw. Which will actually be like the end game zone. We don't have that yet. I haven't got a pet. Good opportunity to show Fel Domination. Press Fel Domination. Press Imp. Still has a half-second cast. I don't know who it is at Blizzard who thought, you know what, pets need a cooldown again. Like, have you played this game? Have you played this game? It's not just about people killing the pets or anything like that. It's about the fact that your pets, Blizz, regularly like get stuck. Okay, the boss is coming. This is bad. No, tank. This is a wipe. Unquestionably a wipe. I mean, I'll play it like it's not, but this is definitely a wipe. I should make a gateway. I probably should have saved those shards thinking about it. Probably should have. Let's redot while he leaves. Ah, yeah. Blizzard. Blizzard, please. I didn't do that on purpose, I'll tell you now. I didn't do that on purpose. But this boss, very reminiscent of an end time dungeon. For those of you who can recall the end time, way back when, where we had that boss that jumps around, smashed the floors out, all that kind of stuff. Very reminiscent of that, in that he's going to leap around from platform to platform. And if he leaps to a platform that you're currently on, and it's a wipe. Yeah. Oh, they all DC'd. Fair enough. Every pug I've done this with, like their first time through. So you guys should get ready for this, all right? Get ready for this. Every first run I've done in here with people who've never done it before, always a wipe at this boss, because you go and clear a platform and then the boss jumps at you and then the boss jumps to another platform and blah blah blah. That's all she wrote. What we can say is best to pull the trash to the start to get through this. But yeah, so Maldraxxus. Let's talk a little bit about Maldraxxus. It's the fourth and final leveling zone. It's the zone you go to second. So you start in Bastion. Every player will do this. Remember, leveling in Shadowlands is a linear experience. It's not like Legion where you can pick any zone you want to go, or BFA where you can choose whichever zone or your faction you want to go to. In Shadowlands, you will go in a specific order. You will arrive in the Maw, that is the storyline, and then you will head to Bastion, which will be your first couple of levels, and then you will actually head to here after that. You'll be introduced to the main city, Oribos, which we've now seen, which is a little bare bones, but it's early days, so I'm okay with that. You will go there, and then you will head, after that one, your next quest will bring you to Maldraxxus. So you're going to be here like 52 to 54, 55, around those levels. Which is fine. And then you go to Ardenweald after that, and then you will go to Revendreth, which is the final leveling zone, which will then give you... pull back. And then you'll go to Revendreth, which is the final leveling zone. It's the first zone it's beautiful. Like, this is gorgeous. It is. but it is the first zone of all of Shadowlands. So this is really a testament to the Shadowlands, I think. Without sucking balls or anything like that. It really is a testament to it. It's the first zone I didn't feel was entirely unique. Does feel like I've been here before. And I mean that in the sense of this feels like a combination of Eastern Plaguelands. It feels like a bit like Silithus in some areas when I'm talking about the whole zone. It does feel... This dungeon feels like Arnket. If you remember Arnket during Wrath. This one feels a bit like Arnket with elements of other dungeons. Now, it's still absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't mean it's plain and boring either. That's far from the case. There's still an absolute boatload of detail that they've put into this dungeon. Let's go. Not only that they've put into this dungeon, but that they've actually put into the whole zone. So it's not a case of laziness or anything like that. It's just the first zone that wasn't entirely like, wow, I've never seen anything like this. Like Revendreth, absolutely never seen anything like Revendreth, and I love Revendreth. I would say Revendreth and Ardenweald are my two favorite zones in Shadowlands. Keep the Shadow Embrace up on that. Get some shards back. Just missed it. Just missed it. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's the only thing I would say is this is the first time I felt like, oh, I think I've been here before. You know? Just like, oh, yeah. Oh, you run back. You got to... Oh, no, man. Blizzard. Alpha be alpha. Alpha be alpha-ing, baby. It will. It'll alpha you. Let me out. I don't think my dots are going to kill the boss. That would be nice, but I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure I landed in the sludge as well. So I'm about to get sludged at the same time. There seems to be something when you're crossing back over that bridge that causes it to bug out. Or maybe it's the boss itself when it lands and jumps and things like that that happen. So I'd say that's my only criticism. Bastion, totally unique. Ardenweald is just... Everyone died. Ickus. Ickus. Who knows? Who knows? But the story of Maldraxxus is great. Like, really good. I'm not going to spoil it for you here, but let's just say some major characters do show up that you will recognize. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Some major characters do show up. I probably wouldn't check the comments either because someone's going to go, yeah, he's talking about... I can't believe they blamed the lock gate. So it's at least 2 jumps. Yeah, this is ideal. Right, guys? Fingers crossed, boys. Boom. 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 Oh, yeah, that's huge damage. Yeah, he moves based on HP. No lock gate. You're not blaming me again. There's no way. And then Malefic Rapture everything. Oh my god. Ah, shit. He loves it over here. He loves it. All right, I've got a load of shards. We need some Malefic Rapture. Oh, I've got no Hellstone. Trade life. Save me. We're good. We're good. Oh, no. Soulstone for the win. Easy. Easy. Holy crap. And I got a ring. Yay. I got loot. I mean, I'm scaled, but I got loot, so it doesn't matter. My gate was on point. My gate was on point. Oh, you play my gate. My gate was the crispest. The crisp. Oh, Jesus Christ. Chris. I need you to edit out everything involving the gate. Otherwise, the comment section is just going to be like, yeah, it was definitely the gate. All right? Even if they know it's not. And they... it's just, Chris, get on it. For the love of God. The last thing I need is people spamming me all day in stream or whatever. Oh, nice gate, mate. Yeah, why don't you wipe the group again? Yeah, I see how it is. All right. Do not want in my life. Do not want in my life. Give me shards. Give me shards. But I think, coming back to our point that we were talking about a minute ago, I know you guys think I go off on tangents, but things like that happen, you know, where the game continuously crashes and people blame my gate as if my gate would ever do anything like this. Good opportunity for some Malefic Grasp. See, we're popping the targets over there. Very cool, very cool. Very cool. I likes. We're not going to kill it inside the UA. Give me 2 shots. Nice. We don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. For sure. That would be nice. But I don't... yeah, what I was saying is I don't want to take away from what Blizzard have achieved here, because it's really... Maldraxxus is great. It really is great. It's because the other zones are so good that you just feel like, oh, this bit seems familiar. Like, familiarity has been a strange thing for me in Shadowlands. Like, they've made so much brand new, very cool stuff that it being familiar has been very unusual. And you kind of don't expect it. And I was surprised because I was doing this exceptionally good story. The story in Maldraxxus is really good. I was dealing with very cool characters, really interesting moments, all those kind of things. And at the same time, I was thinking, yeah, kind of seen this before. And being, like, unimpressed, I'm like, that's the kind of standard I'm holding them to now. It's like, yeah, this is beautiful. You've put in ludicrous amounts of detail into every little nook and cranny of this place. Yeah. You know? You get that old entitled gamer sense. You're like, eh. But it is certainly the way... I can't help the way I feel, though, at the same time, you know? That is how I feel. That is how I feel about it. So, I'll be honest with you guys. It was like, eh. Yeah, it's okay. I think it was the last TDP we did, which was in the new Night Fae dungeon in Ardenweald. And I was just like constantly in awe, just looking at it going, God damn it, man. This place is awesome. This place is so good. And I hate that because I don't like the Night Fae. And I don't want to be a Night Fae. And I don't like Blizzard for making Night Fae so goddamn good. Even though they're thematically, I hate their armor, but their abilities are universally, seemingly better than anything else. Besides Venthia teleport at best. And they still get a fucking blink. 3 blinks, in fact. And a movement speed increase. And their abilities also look visually the best. That blue effect. I'm a big fan of blue. I love my blue, dude. I love my blue very much. So, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Now, you will notice that for whatever reason, you might see, certainly with anybody doing any of the dungeon content, if that's stuff you're looking for, certainly if you're looking for your class in that dungeon, so if you wanted to see, say, Enhancement Shaman in this dungeon, things like that, for some reason, not sure why, whether Blizzard's still kind of working on things, but for whatever reason, Blizzard still isn't giving us the Covenant abilities inside the dungeons. The reason for that eludes me, because it's something they've never really done before, is to lock out class abilities in the testing phase, especially when those abilities are in-game and working, because in Torghast, they're all working. It's just that in dungeons, you can see I actually have this gap here. You see these signature ability and covenant ability? They're just blank. They literally don't let us use them. I'm not really sure why. Well, whatever the reason, I'm sure they have it. Now, they did... I mean, that's not a case of maybe they're struggling to get them working in dungeons. The first dungeon we got, the Necrotic Wake, had them working. They've intentionally switched them off. Now, whether or not it's because they want them to rotate or what, but you'd think what they would do is we have a dungeon that at least one dungeon that corresponds to each of the released zones. So we have the Necrotic Wake in Bastion. We have, I forget the name of the Ardenweald one. It's like Myrna Scythe or something like that, whatever it's called. And we also have the Venthia dungeon. In fact, take a look in here. The Halls of Atonement is the Revendreth dungeon. The Mist of Turner Scythe is the Night Fate dungeon. So we have one... You see, there's 4 dungeons here. So you'd think what they would do was give you those abilities in their corresponding dungeons, if that's how they wanted to manage it. But that's not what they're doing, so... I don't know. Keeping my peepers open as to what the case may be there. Oh, I just lost one. God damn it. Let's try and keep the agonies up on these low boys. At least. Well, that's not going to happen. As we come up to our next boss, Domina Venomblade. Domina Venomblade is... A tank has died every single time I have done this dungeon. Every single time. And I'm not exactly sure what kills them. I have an idea of what kills them. But what exactly it is, I'm not sure. Ooh, I could have got a snipe there, and I should have. Let's throw out a seed on here. I think at like 4 targets plus seed spam is probably better. But I'm not 100% on that, and I'm certainly not going to jump into alpha math. After doing alpha testing for as many years as I have, doing numbers testing really feels like an ultra waste of time. It's usually the one thing Blizzard does take care of, mostly, towards the end of the beta, let alone the alpha. It's usually something that comes really, really late. So I kind of go a feel, for the most part, what feels right. And it does feel like around 4 targets or so, we just get a couple of agonies rolling for some shards, and then we go into Malefic Rapture and seed spam. Alright. So a tank has died every time here. It's 1 minute 59 on Soulstone, so... Mr. DK, I guess it's on you. Let's get Darklight going. Let's put our Shadow Embrace up. There's our Shadow Embrace. Yeah, I guess you will. Don't, though. So there are ads inside here. They're throwing things at people. You see that? So we definitely want to abuse as much multi-dotting as we can here. And get some shards out of it. Is there another one? Oh, there is. It's right over there. Yeah, I was just going to say, there should be 2. That's kind of dicey. We're going to take some really big damage here. I'm going to use a cooldown here. I'm going to Hellstone. Oh, I'm out of Hellstones. Unlucky. Alright, Amending Resolve. Hopefully save me. Hellstone. Get me back up. We really need to kill these ads. Oh, we're nuking the boss. Okay, if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. I'm down with that. Stop chasing me. Heal is dead. I'm draining life. I'm holding on for dear life. Dots, do your work. Dots, do your work. The heroic, the clutch, Ankh Totem into Spirit Link. The clutch, Ankh into Spirit Link. The Kobe Dunk. That was the clutchest Ankh into Spirit Link I've seen. Like, bring himself back to life, just like throwing the ball. Oh, it was a battle res. B-res into Spirit Link. That is downfield plays. Big downfield plays. He's just going to give shards. Shard me, baby. Give me your shards. Thank you. You guys are going to love this boss. I want to say something. If you want to have, I shouldn't say this, but if you want to have really funny moments when this goes live, like hilarious moments, you need to turn off like right now, because we're going to do the last boss, and it's got a mechanic in it. It's really funny. Really funny. I will say that everybody didn't tell me so they could watch it happen to me. And it did. So, I'm just saying. If you want to... Out of all the bosses so far, nothing's been particularly, like, egregious. But what's coming up? Yeah, you probably don't want... you don't want to deal with it. Wow, we did a lot of damage to this boss. He dead already. Cool. Tank is so dead. Like, not even funny. I should have saved one Bile Taint here. Let's regen shards for the boss. So that's my warning. We're about to do the boss, so... Enough said. Enough said. All right. Final boss time. How cool is she? Priscilla vibes, Dark Souls fans? I got Priscilla vibes. Or even Queen... not Nithendra. You know who I mean. Dark Souls 2 last boss. Technical last boss. Queen. Oh, the Dark Souls 2 fans are going to hate me. Nishandra! Nishandra! I got there! Oh. Free. Yeah, I've not seen that happen before. But yeah, Nishandra. If she had a side, I still think Priscilla's a better choice. I still think Priscilla's a better choice. Let's get these Soulwell out, because I ran out of Hellstones. Come back to us. Don't cock tease us now. There we go. There we go. God, you can feel the pop. And then it gives you those shards back. God, Affliction feels so good right now. Look at all them shards returning to me. Oh, God. I'm dead. Like, that's really unfair for the first one. Okay. I mean, I could have got out of there. Jesus Christ. All right, usually... Oh, don't I look like a dick? But typically, this is the last phase pattern. Huh. Well, that sucks. Anyway, that's the mechanic that should get you. That you should never die to twice. But that is the... I will tell you now, I've done this dungeon a few times now. She has never, ever used that pattern on the first descent. I'm actually wondering whether we did so much damage to her that she did her second phase pattern. Because she goes down 2 or 3 times before she enters this last, like, enrage phase. And we seem to have skipped a phase. So let's see how they get on here anyway. But that's what happens is the tentacles are going to come out. Ordinarily, in the first phase, this is going to be a wipe. So hopefully I can show you properly. But I think we blasted her so hard that it actually cooked us. I suspect that is what happened there. Because if it would have been like a later phase, I would not have been stood that far away from the boss, because you need to avoid the fact that she can fill half the room. But those tentacles come up, and wherever they are, they're going to directly shoot face outwards. That is what they're going to do. And they insta-kill you, as you've just seen, if you get hit by them. But the way it usually goes, and I have evidence of this before anyone gets all into my snatch about it, is the first phase is usually quite a simple one to sort of introduce you to it. The second one could be like that, but usually actually does this like clockwise pattern. And then the last phase, before she goes like completely turbo and starts spawning them constantly. Am I going to die to this dot? 3, 2, yeah, Hellstone. Yeah, I wouldn't have survived. Is where you can fill the whole room, so you need to stay close to it to make sure you can get out of the way. Fortunately, I got caught very much with my pants around my ankles there, which is unfortunate. Let's do a cool fell domination. Yay. I can't believe it. After the build-up I gave it, I died to it. But now you know. Hopefully we'll see what should be the normal. Well, I mean, maybe it is normal. Who am I to say? Maybe it's normal that she could do the half-room effect on the first wave. But I kind of suspect we did too much damage to her. This group has very, very rock-solid damage amongst all of us. So, potentially it was that. And we kind of got the phase 2-1 first. I will gateway for safety. I have coolies. Alright, I'm good. We have to soak this, I think. I'm a little concerned we're going to do too much damage to her again. Okay, stay close. Okay, so this is the normal one. So you can see you stand in the gaps. Does that. As I said, though, now you guys have seen this. If you guys want to troll your friends and not mention it, then you go right ahead. And then she'll come back, see? So that's what I've seen normally. Then we should get a guy so I can get my Vile Tank going. There it is. Got all the shards back. And we got another one. Okay. We can work with that. Oh, nope. Keep that agony ticking. So we can get my shards back. No, I didn't. Alright, now we have to be careful. So it looks like she's actually in pattern 1. So I'd say that just out of pure RNG, I haven't seen her do the half room pattern on the first go down. But I think she probably can do that all the time. So information gleaned from me as well is to always be ready for the half room pattern. Just make sure you're close so you can get the fuck away. Now, I think based on her health, we're going to go into the last phase where she's just going to keep spawning them. So let's get Dark Glare going in. Having Dark Glare line up with Dark Soul every time is fucking broken, dude. Right, so there it is. It's happening now. So we're actually going to move to here because she's going to do a half room on the other side. Yeah. Down she goes. So we just see during Mythic Plus whether that turns up or amplifies in some way. That caught me. That caught me. Very cool. It is super cool. There you go, guys. The brand new dungeon, Plaguefall, and some Affliction Warlock. I have a lot more testing to do with it. I want to try out some different talents. Do a bit of Torghast with it and things like that before I give you my quick look, but you should have that pretty soon. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. And a good day. Bye-bye.